Good morning. It is the Lord's Day. It is the last Sunday in the month of March. You know, we've made it quite a long way in this year. Almost through the first quarter of the year is what they would say. But this morning, I know we look around and we see people saying one thing, but their actions don't match that. And that's why we're going to talk about Luke chapter 12, because that's where Jesus is actually teaching on hypocrisy. So we need to make sure that whatever we say is what we're doing, and whatever we're doing is matching the words that have come out of our mouth. And that's why we're going to talk about, like I said, we're going to talk about Luke chapter 12, starting at the first verse. But now we have to understand where that came from, what was leading up to that. Because Jesus had already had confrontation with the Pharisees. They were at the end of chapter 11. They were trying to, use his words to catch him, but he always had just the right answer. So we're going to talk about Luke chapter 12, verse 1, and here we go. Let's see what it says. In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, insomuch that they trode upon one another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. Well, let's talk about that. Let's stop right here. The leaven was actually what we would look at as yeast. It makes things rise. So these Pharisees had pride and they were puffed up with it. Nobody knew the law better than them, and they had, quote unquote, had gotten the big head. They thought just whatever they were going to decide to do, that was going to work. And at the end of the day, it was exposed, and that's what Jesus is further to talk about here. And that's one thing we have to keep in mind, that whatever's done in the dark will come to light, and whatever's been said in those, said in someone's ear, eventually it's going to come out. And that's exactly what you have to keep in mind. People might say or do things behind closed doors, but eventually it will make it out. And whatever you do, whether it's right or wrong, it will be uncovered. And that's something we all have to keep in mind. We've all been guilty of all this stuff. And let's go a little further. Therefore, for there shall be nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in the darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. That's what I was just saying. Don't worry if people do things against you. Don't worry about those things, because at the end of the day, God saw it when you didn't. He heard it when you missed it. Don't worry about that. You just simply have to. Put trust in Him to let Him handle it. Because guess what? People are so very limited. People are limited in what they can do as compared to God. We as people, we are limited. We have limited resources, but God doesn't have a limit, so you can't worry about those things. And this is another thing. People might be worried about other people. People might be worried about what so-and-so said, what so-and-so going to do to them. But what did God say? Well, let's see. He says, and I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. See, there's a limit. They can't do but so much. We can't worry about situations and circumstances and people. We just simply have to put our trust in God, and I guarantee you He's going to work it out. Let's go a little further. It says that, but I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him. People may have intents to do more. They can take your life, but even that, they don't have a heaven nor a hell to put you in. And that's what you got to remember. At the end of the day, God's going to judge it all. God's going to handle it all. He has the final say. So, what are we walking around here scared for? Why? Fear is of the devil. Not one time did God ever tell you to fear. But he tells you to trust him, at least. At least. I know it says fear not. I think the word fear not, that phrase is used 365 times in the Bible. Evidently, we're not supposed to fear anything down here. Anything or anybody down here we don't have to be scared of. So today, no matter whatever is bothering you, no matter whatever circumstance, people, whatever, make sure you put it in God's hands and don't be scared, because you know nobody walking around on planet Earth has a heaven or a hell to put you in. Talk to y'all later. See you next Sunday. Like, share, comment. Also, this video will be on my YouTube channel as well. So I'll see y'all probably Tuesday on Tune Up Tuesday. And again, thank you for everybody that has liked, shared, comment. I thank you for all your support. Talk to y'all later. Bye.